Guys, we are live. Welcome everyone to the AIB pre-order book launch. This is definitely a virtual party, and we invite you guys to come in and attend. Make sure you guys are sharing this out with your friends and followers too as well. If you are here on this page, do not forget to don't forget to click the subscribe button below. Okay, don't forget to click that subscribe button below too as well on the next live session and also the next live event. We have a Peak joining us today, recently published author. Welcome, Taisha. We also have Tanya Quarterman. Welcome, Tanya Quarterman. We have none other but the most elegant and classy lady that I've known, Miss Shalandia Bell. We also have the people's champ, Sabira. We have the lady that will let you know how to save your coins and above everything else, how to get your book plan and also your small business together so you can move like a boss. Miss Melinda Lanier. We have the amazing, the most beautiful, the most action-driven lady that I know, our guest host, Anna Lewis. Welcome. And we also have the power couple of the year, Andrea and Rick Strickland. And to our audience, for you guys taking time outside of your day to celebrate with us this evening, thank you so much. We want to give you a round of applause too. So while we're getting everything started and we're right in the beginning of everything, to you who I am and what our company is about. My name is Desiree Lee. I am a self-publishing consultant. I help individuals like yourself publish their books in 24 hours or less. We focus in the areas of print, digital, and also audio books nation and worldwide. We aim to create a community of AIBs, which is an acronym for Authors in Business, and we believe that it's only together that we cannot do what we ever can do alone. We do not leave any author behind. So if you are an aspiring author, beginner or a pro, we invite you guys to join our awesome, phenomenal, dynamic, impactful community of AIBs, where we are aiming to impact the lives, change the world, and also to walk into our purpose boldly without any fear. Okay, so the upcoming dates that we have or events that we have for you is every Sunday we do live stream events, Scope Bombs and Scope Blasts, every Sunday at 6 p.m. via Periscope app. We also, every month, we select one author of the month and we celebrate and highlight them throughout the month. That author gets to enjoy the appreciation and support from their compadres and also their counterparts too as well. We purchase their books, leave live interviews, and also do a live stream book review for them in celebration of them starting something and finishing all the way to the end. If you would like to publish your book in 24 hours or less, we invite you guys to go to dleeinspires@gmail.com and or visit us at our website at dleeinspires.com. Do not forget to meet with us, contact us, and just have a great friendship and build a great relationship with one another via social media at dleeinspires. Thank you guys so much for joining us. So, Anna, are you ready or what?
I am so excited. I'm so excited to hear these beautiful people today.
I'm so excited too. Can you introduce yourself to everybody who's watching?
Hi, well, my name is Anna Lewis, and I am the author of The Stand-Up Teen Mom, A Guide to Becoming a Success, which is also on Amazon now, and it is up for pre-order as well. It'll be out on October 22nd, and my goal is to encourage and to equip teen moms with the tools to gain confidence and to break barriers and exceed expectations, and most of all, become successful. That's pretty much what I'm about, and yeah, you can definitely look me up at author Anna L.
Thank you so much, Anna, for being our guest host today. We're going to have a lot of fun tonight and celebrating everyone. If you haven't done so already, share this out with your friends and followers via social media platforms. Just simply click share at the bottom of this video on YouTube and select which platform you would like to invite your friends to join us this evening. So, Anna, you know what? I'm excited to really get into Tanya Quarterman's book. And now I just want everybody to understand that all of these books that you're hearing about today, they are made available on pre-order right now on Amazon.com. And what's so awesome about them having their books in pre-order, a lot of them are already Amazon bestsellers, even while they are in pre-sales. Are you excited to hear about Tanya's book?
I am so very excited. I'm so very excited. I believe she's going to bring something to the table that no one else had.
Okay, absolutely. I am so excited about that too, because I don't want to give the title away, Tanya. Let me go ahead and just bring you on in. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
You have to put that lean on it. Definitely have to put that lean on it.
Get out of the way. Remember, you told me to get out of the way so you can see.
Yes, Tanya, introduce yourself.
Hi, everyone. I am Tanya Quarterman, author, entrepreneur, and business consultant, and the author of The Ex-Con Factor, You Did Your Time, Now What? Journey from DOC to CEO.
Wow. Now that title resonates with me because, you know, a lot of people know my story, but a lot of people don't. And we're cut from the same cloth, if you want to say that, or went through the same sorority initiation, if you say that, to become really strong. Now, with the Ex-Con Factor, I want to ask you this question. How is it that you don't look like that book title, and how does that relate to you?
How it relates to me? Well, before I've accomplished a lot of things. But before I accomplished all these things and been to college and did all these things, I made a lot of bad choices. I used to make bad choices in men. I loved fast life, fast money, and I just didn't make good choices. So it ended me up in a lot of bad places, from juvenile detention, jail, all the way to prison. And when I was about that life, it didn't cause me any problems. But the problems came in after, when I wanted more, when I wanted to change my life, and when I wanted to just accomplish regular things, you know, have a family, buy a home, have a job, you know, just basic things. And that's when the problems came in. So I had to figure out a way. I had to figure out that now what. And I've been pretty successful at the now what. So now I want to share the now what with other people, because some people, you know how people get desperate, they get discouraged and just don't know what it is that they have to do to be successful. But a lot of it comes from their own mind, your own mindset, what you're not willing to do and what you are willing to do. So those are some of the things that I detail in my book, and share some of my story, just so that you know that I am qualified to say some of the things that I say in the book.
I know, right? So it's kind of like having your diploma, graduating from such a traumatic experience, because not everybody can go through a troubling time and actually make it out. You know, we tell people oftentimes, you know, everybody goes in. I don't care if you're in there for a week, but not everybody makes it out. And so what I really love about the fact that you said, hey, look, you did your time, now what? Because I know there are people watching this right now, and or family members that may be watching this right now, because that's the same question that I had. Now what? People search Google for resources, reach out to family members, people in church, in the community to say, hey, look, I did my time. I'm not trying to go to that place. Now what? Was that the deciding factor, saying, hey, look, I went through this experience. I don't want anybody else to go? Like, what was that thing that made you write this book?
I just think this book was a long time coming, and I see people that continue to go back. They just continue to go back, and I realize it's because of their mindset. And sometimes I notice that people go back because they go in there and they find out about the next harebrained scheme, how to make money because they can't find a job, or they had to work at the McDonald's or something like that, that they felt like was beneath them compared to what they had before or what they were doing before. And they're not willing to really make those changes that are necessary to get them out of that criminal revolving door. And I'm not saying that I did everything right either. I didn't do everything right, but I definitely came to some close calls, and I had to check my mindset a couple of times since I've been home. So now I know that it starts with the person. It doesn't, you can't really blame it on the system anymore. You can't really, there are some things with the system that are broken, but you can't blame everything on the system.
Mm-hmm. So you're right, blame everything on the system. I think, is it okay, we could say it starts with that person, but how does somebody start at that point? What if they keep going around this circle over and over again? What in your book would tell them how to start? What chapter or what passage shares with them on how to start looking within and changing their mindset?
What chapter? I think I would say not the first chapter, the second chapter. I switched it around a little bit. So that second chapter, the title of that chapter is Ding Dong, Look Who's Home. And it talks about how when you first come home, everybody wants to come pick you up and take you for drinks and have a good time, have a block party for you like you just came home from college and just, doing the most with you. And then it's like, it's up to you to go and take care of your business and handle your business. Don't get caught up in the foolishness and going back to the same places you were, and don't go oh gosh. I see it so many times. It's like people can't even get through a 6-month probation or a 1-year probation. You need to do what you have to do. Go take care of your business first. Of course, go say hello to all your family, but don't get sucked back in. And sometimes you have to change your whole environment.
You do. You definitely do have to change your whole entire environment. So I want to know, Anna, do you have any questions or anything to add with that?
Yeah, I do. I want to ask you, what are some of the few steps that you took in order to change that mindset you had?
As hard-headed as I have been all my life, it took some real scare tactics sometimes for me to get it together. I mean, even down from stop smoking weed. I come from the Snoop Dogg generation, and it was like, I promised I would smoke forever, but I had to stop. And that was just one of those bad things that I had to eventually stop. Is the truth. I had to stop it because I would get to the probation office, and then, I'd be doing everything great. I'd have a job. I'd be paying my restitution and doing all the things that I'm supposed to be doing, but then have a dirty P-test. And if that man wouldn't have let me slide that one time, he could have sent me back just for that. And that would have been something stupid that I did. So I had to really get my mind right and stop. So it wasn't just one thing. I had to change me all the way around and change my mindset. Stop jumping. You can't jump bad. You can't get in fights. You can't just do stupid things that you would do before when you didn't care. Like I said, when I was about that life, it wasn't a problem. But when I wanted to change my life, I had to start doing some different things.
Wow. So what do you hope to accomplish with your book? Like, what are some ways that you're giving back? I see right now you're successful. You have your own company. you're publishing your book. It's coming out soon. And again, if you guys are watching this right now, you can go to Amazon.com and get your copy of the Ex-Con Factor right now. This sounds like a really juicy story, right, Anna?
Sure does. I'm so ready to get mine and read how this played out. Okay. This is one of those books that you read when you was in high school, and it was all about everything.
Absolutely.
It is about everything. I touch on everything, even if I didn't do it. But if I've observed it, I talk about it. So I know some people might be mad at me by the time after they read it. I didn't name any names, but hey, I just observe it. And I say what I think. But as far as me giving back, one of the things that I'm planning on doing, I followed suit some things that I saw you all do, and I set up a book sponsorship on my website. They don't know it yet. I'm going to go to the work release center that I was in, that's in Orlando, and they have a men's and a women's one. So I'm looking for book sponsors to sponsor books, and I'm going to go bring some books to those ladies there, because I remember being at that work release center and feeling like, oh my God, nobody will give me a job, So I just want them to see that it is possible to be successful after all of that. So I'm gonna go to that place. That's first. That's my first stop, and then after that, I might go to the men's center and spread out a little bit more.
Thank you so much, Tanya. We are absolutely happy for you. And you know what? Hey guys, you heard it from her first. Tanya, what is your website link, and where can they go to donate or to participate and help you when you go to the center?
It is TanyaQuarterman.com, just spelled just like my name, Tanya with Tonia, Quarterman.com. And it's set up on my website already. Just click the donate button. I did set up a GoFundMe. I'm not really sure how that works. It's on GoFundMe somewhere. I don't know. But I know you can go to TanyaQuarterman.com and click donate.
Well, thank you so much. Thank you again, Tanya.
Thank you.
We are extremely proud of you. You guys heard it from her first. Tanya Quarterman, the author of The Ex-Con Factor. You're out of prison, now what? What is next? Where to go? So if you have any family members, friends, or loved ones, anyone that you know that might be coming out of that traumatic experience, I urge you guys to go and get your copy of The Ex-Con Factor. And if you want to contact her or invite her to your community or your center, we ask that you go and contact her at TanyaQuarterman.com and or visit her on social media. So thank you again, Tanya.
Thank you.
Who do we have next? Who's coming on next?
I believe we have Miss Shalondia.
Shalondia, are you there? Ding dong. Let's knock on Miss Shalondia's door.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, how are you?
I am wonderful, and how are you this evening?
I am wonderful. Thank you so much for asking. Thank you so much for coming on the pre-order virtual book launch. Congratulations to you for being an author. You did it, honey. You did it. You did it. You started something, and now you are finished. How exciting is that? How excited do you feel about publishing your first book?
I am super excited. I remember when I went through the class itself, and I was just excited. I was actually asking her, how many books can we publish? I didn't know there was a limit. So I'm super excited because I have more to come.
And we cannot wait to hear what you have to share with the world and your mark, the impact that you're going to have on the lives of others. We just want to know, can you tell us a little bit about your book? Where can we find it? What's the title of it? And what made you decide to write that as your first book?
Okay. Basically, I'm Shalondia Bell, and I am a published author, speaker, and holistic style coach. and CEO of Whole Body Image Consulting, where I help women entrepreneurs and professionals actually become more confident when they're actually trying to style themselves. And I also actually show them how to nurture those pain points. A lot of times we have pain areas where we try to cover up, we don't try to embrace, but I teach them how to embrace those pain areas. But then I also love what you do have and that you also want to show more of. So I actually show them and teach them to become more confident no matter what the situation is with their body. They can still love their body in spite of. And you can also, well, the name of my book is called Empowering Women with Style. Experience and Style Pro Secrets. A lot of times, most women go through a lot of things and throughout their life where they're no longer confident in themselves. And I actually started in style and beauty way back in junior high. I'm gonna give you a little history. I was actually in high school and junior high dressing my friends. I was actually combing their hair and all this back then. So I've always had a passion with it. I've always done it. The last 15, 20 years, I've just basically just been embracing it even more because I've always had a love for it. And so because that was my passion, I do have a desire to help women in that area because I do love working with women in leadership because most of the times we are in the forefront of people. And I just love it when I see a nice woman just dressed properly and she's just giving her all and she's empowering other women. So I love to see that, and I love to make sure that she has everything she needs to give it her best. And so that's why I actually became a part of a style coach. I actually got the training, got certified. Even though I was doing it for years, I just wanted to get the certification in it so I would have my credentials in the area. So I am a certified holistic style coach because I deal with the mind, body, and the soul of a woman. Because it's not just about the outer appearance, but it's also about what's within. Because a lot of times we go through a lot of things in our life and we're afraid to express ourselves outwardly. And that's one of the main things in a campaign that I'm working on now is to let other people know that style does matter. It does matter. No matter what platform you own, style does matter.
You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. Style absolutely matters. You're right. All the way down from your hair to your toes. Y'all better have that polish on your toes when you're in church. I don't know why y'all playing.
Yeah, you hoping no one see it. Yeah. Yeah.
I know you're like, child, come on, baby. Just come on, baby, right?
Yeah. Even if I go to the store, if I see anything out of place, it's just in me, whereas I just want to just pull them to the side. Like, give me my card. It's just a part of me. So, and I, of course you do it in love because I love to speak to a lot of church women as well, a lot of influencers in church too, because I just believe that when you're going before God, you just need to give it your best. And so that's another passion I love.
Wow, you said something very powerful right there. Let me.
Yeah.
When you are going before God, that you make sure that you always give it your best. I'm an advocate of that. I always say that my work is my worship. People sometimes say you're working too hard and you're doing so much and you just give. And I don't go to church. So my worship to the Lord, my sacrifice to the altar is my work when I serve others. And so, yes, you want to make sure that when God gives you your gifts, you want to make sure that you always put your best foot forward, down to your hair, to your outfit. Some people laugh at me all the time. They said, Desiree, every time we see you on live stream, you always have makeup on. I said, look, fashion is key. Okay?
Yes.
And right, and it's style, and it's not just for presentation, but I know this, Shalondia, maybe we could speak for some people who are watching right now, but when I look good, I'm feeling good, okay? And I know that when I'm pouring, it's coming from a really happy place because I'm feeling good and I'm looking good. So, Shalondia, Anna, I'm sorry, do you have any questions or comments for Shalondia?
Yes, Ms. Shalondia, what are some of your tips for women with low self-esteem that really don't, or should I say, who haven't broke out of their shell and to find out what's their style and what the things that they like because maybe they're afraid or whatever that reason is?
Okay. The first thing is just become more confident. That's going to be the leader. Because in all my coaching classes, also I have a coaching a course coming out, which is going to break a lot of this down, because I like to go in increments, and the confidence module is the main module that actually builds upon everything else. So becoming more confident and knowing who you are, first of all, because I am God-driven, so everything I do and teach is based on God-driven. So just basically knowing who you are and whose you are, that's going to actually allow you to be able to go forth in the things that God called you, because my whole thing is showing women how to express themselves in a way that God would be satisfied, and then they will be pleasing for man for themselves. Because being confident, when you're confident and you know who you are and whose you are, it doesn't matter what nobody else think about you. It doesn't matter what anybody else feel about you. You're going to walk in confidence. And when you walk in a room, people going to know you're confident, because it's going to be what's on your persona. Whatever you walk into the room, whatever you holding, whatever image that you're projecting, people are going to know. If you're not confident when you walk in a room, people are going to know you're not confident. But when you walk in a room and you own it, oh yeah, they know you're confident, because it's how you walk and it's how you step. It's all about your persona, what you're projecting out into the world. And those are the type of people are attracted to, because a lot of times you are the only confident person that they may be seeing at that moment, so they're attracted to you for that. And that's a good thing. So make sure you place yourself around other confident people. If you're around a lot of people that are not confident, more than likely you're going to be not confident as well. So if you have a confidence issue or a self-worth issue, make sure you start placing yourself around people that are more confident in themselves, and more than likely that will actually emotionally rub off on you. You'll find yourself becoming more confident, because everyone I know that's around me, they always say, Shawana, every time I see you, I'm like you, Desiree, every time I see you, you put together. That's because I feel good about myself. And my thing is, people around me, I want them to feel good about themselves, because if I'm always toe up and you always toe up, we just toe up. You know, if and about it, we can't help nobody. So somebody in your circle should be confident, whereas you can have someone that you can pull off of to help you become more confident. And that's where my style coaching program comes in, because when you build confidence, then you're actually able to come and work on the inner man. And with the inner man, because I deal with the mind, body, and the soul, remember. So that soulish area that we have to tap into as well, because that's going to actually help heal a lot of hurts and things that's hindering you from being confident. So it's really deep. And that's why I tell people I'm not a natural personal stylist. I'm not a natural wardrobe consultant, because I go deep within the woman, because I believe in the whole woman, making sure they're self-assured within their whole being, because it's more than just how you look on the outside. It's how you project and what's in the inside is what's going to actually show people how you feel on the outside.
Oh, that sounds like a good book. I don't know. After we read that book, everybody's going to come out whole, healed, and delivered. I swear. So inside of your book, I want to ask, what is style to you? And also inside of your book, do you give like tips, like does the body size matter? Like is it one size fit all, or?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. That is one of the modules, or one of the topics in my book, because the body shape, I have actually 5 elements that I deal with as a style coach. And the first element is knowing what is your style personality, because my style personality is dramatic. I'm just dramatic all the way down from head to toe. That's just me. But I don't expect all my clients to be dramatic. That's not their personality. So what I do is when you come up in my course, you take a class from me, I actually let you take a test to see exactly what is your style personality. And we build from that. So when you know what your style personality is, we can actually know how to shop for you. We can actually know what we need to do and actually build on everything from that. And then the next thing we do, when we know your style personality, then we work with your confidence. And then also we go on down to your to the color. What color actually works best for you, because everybody can't wear every color. But you know, a lot of times we as women, we see Sister Sally wearing purple. Oh, we're going to go get some purple, and purple is not your color. Okay, so we need to know what color analysis work best for you. What melanin is working with you? What colors work with that? Okay, then the next thing would be your body shape, like you mentioned. Now, if you are triangle, imagine trying to put a rectangle in a triangle. That ain't gonna work, right? And so that's what I show you. Whatever your personal body shape is, I show you how to shop for your particular body shape, because a lot of times, again, we see what celebrities may be wearing or our friends may be wearing, but we're all different body shapes, okay? So there is actually different material that will actually help your body look better. So we go into detail. Everything I do is very detailed because I want you to be the best you and be able to walk in the best confidence that you can actually have. And then the last thing is being in proportion. A lot of times they say if you're a heavy top, if you're a heavy chested woman, and then you have a small bottom. Okay, a one piece is not going to do well with you. Why? Because it's out of proportion. So what we need to do, we need to find something where your bottom can actually align up with your top, whereas it won't look so out of proportion and your breast will not look so enlarged because of what you're wearing. A lot of times women don't understand. They will get things that fit tight up top and then tight at the bottom, and it really shows the different proportions. So that's one thing with my philosophy, is to make sure everything is in proportion.
That is wonderful. I mean, you are so right. Right, Tanya? See, we all feeling that. We feeling that, Miss Shalandia. And if you guys are watching this right now, make sure that you go get your copy of Empowering Women with Style on Amazon.com today. When is your book release?
My book release is on November the 2nd, but I want you to do one thing for me. And phones out. When you take your phones out, I need you to make sure that you text me, because I want to make sure that you come on my VIP list. And when you get on my VIP list, you're actually going to know when my next book tour is going to be. You're going to know what the next tips, tricks, and hacks is that's dealing with beauty and style. Because not only do I deal with style, but I also deal with beauty, because remember, I deal with the whole woman. And that's another area. So you're going to get some bonuses in the style book that's dealing with beauty. So I'm going to actually show you how to put your makeup on and all that good stuff. So you're going to have a whole conglomerate of things in this book. But when you take your phone out, text Style Pro. That's one word, Style Pro, and you're going to text it to 444-999. Again, that's text Style Pro to 444-999. And that's going to put you on my email list. And when you get on my email list, you're going to become a VIP, and you're going to get all the latest tips, tricks, everything that comes out, you're going to know about it first. When I get ready to start my class, you're going to know about it before anybody else. Why? Because you're on my VIP list. You may also reach me across all social media. You may reach me across all social media platforms at Shalania Bell. That's Periscope, Instagram, Facebook, at Shalania Bell. Okay, and also if you want to go to my website, I have a lot of information on my website. If you also want to set up a consultation, I have a free consultation. If you want to do a free 15-minute consultation, just to know where you are so we'll know where we need to go from here, you can go to bit.ly/chat with Shalania. That's bit.ly/chat with Shalania, and you can get your free 15-minute consultation so we can start from there and know exactly that you can be the best woman that you want to be.
All right. Where's my clappers at? I absolutely love it. I am so proud of you. So you guys, you heard it first, okay? You guys heard it. And if you guys are watching this on a replay, make sure you guys are texting Style Pro to 444-999. Okay, I love that number because I'm like, okay, I can remember it. Right. So I'm excited. Thank you so much for allowing us in the AIB community to serve you. You are an author in business, and you finished what you started. And it's just an amazing thing, Anna, because you start something, or when you start a journey, you know this is what God has given you. You don't realize how many people that you are touching through one person, right?
Right. Yes.
Isn't that amazing?
Miss Shalandia, I am so looking forward to seeing how you work. Man.
Thank you.
I gotta get my consultation immediately, okay? Because I need some style tips around here, okay?
Text me so you can get the latest tips and tricks.
You can make sure you text her, Anna.
I sure will.
Okay. Okay. And again, if you guys are watching this right now, make sure you text her to Style Pro at 444-999. This is what we're dealing with tonight, guys. You can go to Amazon.com or you can go to our website, DailyInspires.com/AIB dleeinspires.com/AIB. There are direct links there where you can just see everybody who's on the list for our pre-sales tonight, and you can get a copy of their books there too as well. So thank you again, Shalandia, for joining us. Thank you again, Tanya, for joining us and celebrating with us. If you're just here, you're tuning in to the first ever online virtual pre-launch party. Thank you guys so much for tuning in tonight. We have a whirlwind of dynamic authors who are about to release their books via online on Amazon.com. These are people who started to walk into their purpose, into their journeys, and said, hey, look, I know I can reach more people. Publishing your book is just a silent ambassador that's able to go into places where you may not be able to go. And what you're witnessing is people who have took the courage to step into their purpose of greater in order to impact the lives of people, nation, and worldwide. If you want any more information about either of these authors, make sure you guys are visiting our website at dleeinspires.com/AIB. Next, we have coming to the stage, to the virtual party. Okay, let's give a huge round of applause for Miss Melinda Lanier. Let's see if she's home. Are you there?
I am.
There she is. Hello, beautiful. How are you?
Beautiful bag. Hello. Boy, this is just fantastic. I tell you all the time, you're just a superstar, girl. This is wonderful. Thank you.
You know what? Just like Miss Shalandia just said, I love each and every one of you. But you know what? The truth of the matter is, and especially with style, and you can definitely share, even with success, we are just mere reflections of each other. And when I look, I see me, and you guys, when people look at you, when you walk into a room with confidence, just like Miss Shalandia said, when a woman or somebody walks into that room with confidence, we say, oh, I want that, or wow, that is beautiful. We're just looking at reflections from us, and we have to dig deep to pull that out. So thank you for that compliment. And Melinda, I love you. How are you?
I am doing wonderful. I'm so excited to spend my Sunday here with you, group of ladies and gentlemen who are on. And I tell you, the ones before me, just wow. I am buying books. I just did my Miss Shalonda. I just signed up for your text message because style is very important. So yes, ma'am, it is extremely important. We all need to remind ourselves of that. And we need to be reminded by professionals such as her of that.
Right. So I just really appreciate that. So if you can, tell us a little bit about yourself and the title of your book, because see, what I like about your book, I didn't have a plan, or sometimes we have a plan and we don't know how to exercise it. And then some people are telling us we need a plan and we don't know how to put it together. Tell us who you are, Melinda, for those of you who don't know you, and also the title of your book.
Absolutely. Well, my name is Melinda Lanier. I've spent almost 30 years in corporate America as a business consultant. I work with Fortune 500 to Fortune 10 companies. I'm a business plan expert. I'm an international speaker, and I am their business consultant to corporate America. I work with them by training their customer service teams, their marketing teams, their customer service teams, because without exceptional, not good, not okay, without exceptional service, you don't have a business. So it is super important that people understand who their customers are and how your customers are the reason why we have a business. So my customers are, I work with Coca-Cola, I work with Walmart, I work with, Southwest Airlines, I work with the large companies. So over the last year or so, I've had a lot of these individuals who have started their own business who have reached out to me because they worked with me at their particular employer, who have now branched out on their own and said, hey, I want you to help me create that business plan. I want you to help me get clients and learn how to keep my business the same way I saw you do for that company I used to work for. That is how I sparked working with entrepreneurs over the last year, and they are by far the hardest working people on the face of the earth. So I have a newfound respect for entrepreneurs in a big way.
Wow, 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 wow. Thank you so much, because, you know, sometimes we think that, you know, the place that we're at in our lives right then and there, or sometimes we think that what we've been through in the past, like Tanya, you know, going through a traumatic experience, you know, Shalandia and so forth, and it's called transferable skills, I think it's called, to where, hey, look, I'm going to take what I'm doing, I'm still changing lives for people, and you know, they always ask, what is that one question that everybody asks you? Then that's what you're supposed to be doing. You know, it's like our purpose is written all over our face from time to time. You know what I mean?
It's true. Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, my book that I wrote, and I've written many books, sales books, marketing books for corporate America. I mean, countless number of books. But the one that I specifically put out for my entrepreneurs was a mini addition to what I would normally do for my corporates to help entrepreneurs function and think like a corporate and think like a Fortune 500 company. There's no reason why you shouldn't function and think just like a Fortune 500. They did not start their business in the Fortune mindset and in that platform. They grew into that, and we can as well. So my book is called The 30-Day Business Plan, and it is a step-by-step guide for 30 days to help you get your business to greatness. At the end of that 30 days, not only will you have a full corporate level business plan written, but I also give you strategies and tips to help keep you organized, get more clients, reconnect with your clients, and how just to grow your income and your finances. Because let's face it, that's a big part of it. Fortune 500 companies are profit-driven companies for a reason, and you should be too.
And our Facebook Livers, if you would like to see the actual slides, then you gotta go to bit.ly/.
Is that somebody's? I think that's somebody's computer, right? Okay. I'm sorry if that was
That's okay.
Okay, I'm sorry. Somebody's computer. Okay, so, you know, thank you so much, Melinda, for sharing that information with us. You know, hey, look, you guys need to get this book, and I'm going to do a call out to all the authors. Go ahead and get that book while it's on pre-order before the sales goes up. I can tell you straight up that getting a business plan done, written, or even somebody teaching you how to do it yourself, you're going to spend way more than $10 to get everything together, and especially in 30 days. I need something quick and fast. And even for those who might already be in business and maybe 2 years in the game, maybe 5 years in the game, and you just need either a refresher and or to reaffirm your foundation, I strongly suggest that you get this book, The 30-Day Business Plan. Another reason why I always tell authors that they need to have a business plan is because your book is a product. And yes, the way my company grew is because I look at my company like it's a McDonald's, like it's a Walmart, like it is a Fortune 500 company, you know, to move that way. And that's why it's authors and business, because I don't want you guys to be like me. I didn't have that book around. I had to Google it up and everything else. I did not have that book, and now it's here for you guys, and I'm so happy she has written it, because now you can skip the hurdle in a short period of time, and you'll have everything organized so you don't get all the way out there in the water and then have your hands in the air saying, somebody save me, somebody come and save me, I'm drowning.
And so
you have that.
It's true. And it's an expensive save when you need to be saved. And for the month of October, coming on to this particular program, Deely, I'm offering everyone the book. I actually have it at Amazon right now for $5.99. So they can go through, and my corporate clients pay $49.99 per book, $49.99 per book. And that's outside of my training fees. So you can get the same book, the same process, and there is so much more in the book than just the 30 days. I am actually a PhD of psychology, so I have implemented a lot of my psychology into this book to help not only get you emotionally unstuck, but just, get your mind in the right place. I talk to a lot of individuals who I'll just say are in, we get you out of that fantasy land, of saying, oh, I wish I could. The word wish is fantasy. And we get you into what I call your genius zone. We get you functioning in your genius zone, and we get you out of that is psychological, and it is just functioning, getting yourself on a meditation schedule, getting focused, getting your mind where it needs to be. Once you can do that, you can work through anything to advance your business. So for $5.99 through the month of October, you can get this book, and you can find it at bit.ly 30-day BP book. And it's on Amazon up under the 30-day business plan for increase, but it's bit.ly 30-day BP book. It is a great opportunity for you to get it and work through it. And I just ask that people please leave an Amazon review, because 100% of all of my book proceeds, always have and always will, and I'm currently working on 2 more books, I donate 100% of my proceeds to charity for cancer and for kidney. So dialysis centers and cancer centers, I work with a couple. My account is already set up to go to those organizations. So it's a great
So Melinda, that's amazing. That's amazing, because I know Kechi, she's building schools in Nigeria with her book. And for you to say, you know what, we're saving lives, I'm going to donate the proceeds to the kidney fund. Now, we already know you didn't publish the book to make wealth. You have clients, you have your business and everything together. But for you to say, I'm going to publish this not just to help the individual who reads the book, but also for the person, at these organizations to fund them. So why do you do that? Why did you choose that organization?
Well, cancer is really personal to me, and so is dialysis. They're both extremely personal. My daughter would be 16 years old today and was taken by cancer. I've had a 12-year-old niece taken by cancer. I've had a 27-year-old niece taken by cancer, all in the last couple years. So these young individuals in my life that were not only so close and so personal, that were taken away, where you could become angry and you could become just really hateful to the world, and ask yourself over and over again, why did this happen to me? These are opportunities for us to mourn, to go through the trial. And on the other side of the trial, you have to ask God, what is it you want me to learn from this? Every single thing has a learning experience. Now, trust me, those words did not come overnight. Those words did not come in the last, a month. So those words were very hard to come by, and they still are hard to come by, because she passed on Thanksgiving Day, which is even a harder opportunity, because when the whole world is enjoying, you're going, oh my goodness, what do I have to be? So you learn to say, God, what is it that you're trying to help me to learn from this? And when he put this on my heart, I didn't question it. That's exactly what I did, is to be able to be a blessing. So sometimes we need to take our purpose, we need to take our calls, we need to take the things that happen to us, and we need to transition them into a purpose in life to help others, because unfortunately, things are not going to stop happening to us in life, but it's how you handle them and how you choose to go through them. So, I'm blessed with 25 years of, married to the same man who I absolutely love, and who we supported each other through it. This is our way of giving back. And even beyond that, I started a nonprofit for dialysis patients, where my husband and I, we provide healthy meal delivery service. We provide transportation service to and from their medical treatment appointments. We provide holistic care. I am their counselor with their family and helping them just through life. So we do so many other things, and those are things that were put on our heart by God. Those are things I don't question when he tells me to do something. So I do it because he told me to.
Wow, Melinda, I am so proud of you, because you're right. You have a choice on how you have a choice on how you're going to, accept what you go through, how you're going to embody it. It does change the course of your future, because I know when I was a little girl, I wanted to get married in this big white dress and a castle, have kids, got the little puppy girl. I had the little puppy all cut out on my wall. And things like this happen where it does change the course. Yes. And you don't look like what you've been through. So again, she said, hey, look, it is expensive when you get out there in that water and put your hands up and say help, but when you're obedient, it's better than sacrifice. And sometimes we go through things for other people. We want to say, you know what, Melinda, thank you for going through, girl. Thank you for going through. We appreciate you and the lives of, all the lives that you're going to touch. So again, make sure you guys go to Amazon.com, get your copy of the 30-day business plan. We strongly encourage you guys to get it. For the whole month of October, it's $5.99. Click the link, go to DeelyInspires.com/AIB, and you can go straight there to get your copy of that book, and the proceeds go to the organization of the Kidney Fund too as well. Melinda, before we get to that point, I'm so sorry, Anna, you're so quiet over there. You're so quiet, Anna. I can't hear you. She's on mute.
I said, I'm so sorry. I said, I'm just amazed with Melinda. Oh my
gosh.
Oh, thank you.
The game here, okay? And what you're doing is so wonderful. You're being a blessing to so many people.
So many people.
I know credit doesn't go to man, it goes to God, but man, he is working through you.
Thank you.
Seriously. And God bless you and everything you're doing. I'm going to be going over there. I got to get me a book so we can donate to your charities as well. And you should let us know if there's any way we can also help you donate besides just buying a book as well.
Absolutely. So we do have a PayPal account set up. So, individuals can go to paypal.me/Kidney Help Center. And we also have a Facebook page. We have our website, and it's Kidney Help Center of Arizona. But if they can go to Facebook, Kidney Help Center, Twitter, Kidney Help Center, and they can donate to that organization. It is just an absolute beautiful purpose for us to continue to give back to those who really need it. Because people, unfortunately, I know cancer is really horrific, but the doctor will tell you at cancer treatment, you have 8 or 10 weeks of radiation. When you start dialysis, that's for the rest of your life. So it's not 8 to 10 weeks. It is the absolute rest of your life, 3 days a week, from 5 to anywhere from 8 to 9 hours a day, hooked to a machine. It's very debilitating. It's very exhausting. It changes not only your financial life, it changes your emotional life in so many ways. So yes, anytime you can give to a kidney or dialysis center, trust me, those patients are very appreciative to it. And most of them no longer can work because that's their new job. They're there 30 hours a week sometimes, at the facility getting treatment 30 hours a week, some of them. So it becomes their new job. So anything I can do to support that, it's an eye opener once these things become personal in your life. It's an eye opener. But I truly think that's why God lays certain things on us. He gives us what he knows we can handle. He really does.
Yeah, you're right. He really does. And you know what? Sometimes we, in the midst of it, I know somebody's on the other side and saying, hey, Desiree, you need to speak for yourself that you can handle that, because I know when I first started, I didn't think I could handle it. I didn't think I was qualified. I thought it was the end of the world. And, I'm quite sure a lot of people here tonight and those who are watching can agree with that statement. So, again, Melinda, thank you so much for going through, girl.
I I appreciate
I think
you
we
so
might
much.
need to do a AIB award show or something because I feel like giving out trophies tonight. Okay? I feel like saying, come to the stage. Find your quarter coming to the stage. Delandia Bell, you know? Like, okay, I feel like giving out that big check, that AIB check across the stage to Melinda, man. I am so pumped up right now. I'm so excited because you just don't know who you might be going through. And when all of you guys came through the session to publish your book in 24 hours or less, I'm getting what I'm feeling right now, and I don't want to get emotional on it. I know this is the pre-sale launch, but I now understand why I did it. And wow, you know, just one little seed and look at the harvest. You know what I mean, Melinda? It's like,
Absolutely.
wow, just one person. And it's like, I don't want to get emotional right now, but I'm just, you know, I'm just so appreciative that you guys allowed me to walk in my purpose. And I'm so overwhelmed right now that, wow, I can be a part of that. You're right. We don't know unless it's personal. You know, somebody went through it or so forth. But I can't imagine that being somebody's job is just to survive or just to live, to be hooked up to a machine all day, and that's their job. So again, guys, make sure if you guys are watching this right now, make sure you guys go to Amazon.com and or dleeinspires.com/AIB to get your copy of the 30-day business plan. This will not only be beneficial for you, but for the lives of others too. So if you were like me, that you did not know how you can make your impact on the world or how you could change a life, it wasn't as if I have 5,000 people standing in line waiting for me to help them. You know, I just did the best I could in the circle of my influence in order to do what I can to the best of my ability to help change the world and just inspire and impact the lives of others. So it's all about doing what you can with what you have until you can do better. If you don't have that $100 check, then you can just get a book and it will definitely help you. If you don't have that, we strongly encourage you guys to donate what you have or what you can in the support of someone else. Because the bottom line is, God forbid, if you go through something like that, you're going to want somebody to help you too. Okay, so it's only together that we all can succeed. So thank you again, Melinda, for coming on. Congratulations.
Thank you, and we love you, sweetie. Thank you.
Love you too. Hearts and hugs and kisses. I can't wait to meet all of you guys in Atlanta, Georgia on November the 5th here in Atlanta. The AIB Author in Business Microsoft book signing. It is definitely going down here in Atlanta, Georgia, and we are excited to bring you guys more inspirational authors, more people who are making an impact worldwide, and for you to see a team of people, 15 featured authors, Anna? That's crazy. How many authors is that? 15.
We are going to shut it down in Atlanta, okay? We are coming, we are bombarding, because I mean, we're coming from all over, so many different places. We are coming to shut Atlanta down in the Microsoft store. Okay, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. You just
yes,
know,
we are. Yes,
these AI authors are just as excited as we are.
Yes, absolutely. We are. We're going to be in Atlanta, Georgia on November the 5th. Okay, Atlanta, Georgia on November the 5th. At the Microsoft store. So we are really excited to be able to share that with you guys too as well. It is going to be crazy. If you guys are just tuning in with us right now, you guys are watching the pre-order virtual book launch ever, the first to ever do it, the AIBs, because we are authors in business, honey. If there are people on the Periscope watching, make sure you guys are sharing this out with your friends and followers here on Periscope. We invite you guys to come in, ask questions. If you want to drop inside and ask a question, you can do so too as well. We're here on oh, Tanya, I see you, girl. Let me get my crown. Oh, Tanya, I love it. You know what? Let me get my glasses. Hold on. It's going crazy over here. Hold on. I have to get my glasses going on here. Okay. So, guys, we appreciate you guys coming in. This is the first ever online pre-order online book launch. Go to dleeinspires.com/AIB, dleeinspires.com/AIB. We really appreciate you guys coming in today. So again, now we have, hey, what's going on, Shalonda? Give a quick shout out. Hello, Shalonda, Lisa Halls, Mark A. Jackson. Thank you guys for joining us today here on Periscope too as well. We appreciate all of the hearts and love. Thank you so much for celebrating our new authors. Anna, what are you doing over there, sister girl? My co-host, Anna Lewis. She has an event in Los Angeles, California. SIP. And
It is the Shop
Read SIP. Shop, Read, Sip. So make sure you guys are connecting with her on social media to attend. Who do we have next, Anna? Is it Taisha? Is Taisha in? Let's see if Taisha is in. Taisha is in. Hold on. Let me ring her in. Let me get my doorbell going. Ring her doorbell. Taisha, are you in? Hey! Taisha, give you a round of applause. Thank you so much, Taisha, for joining us. It is so good to see you, the lady in blue. You look fabulous tonight, honey. How do you feel?
Thank you. Well, fantabulous, because you know we authors in business, baby.
Yes, we are. We are definitely authors in business. Publishing is not enough, and we leave no author behind. I am so proud of you, Taisha. You are doing an awesome and amazing job to be a first-time published author. And what you have accomplished, people want to think. I mean, you're accomplishing more than what I did in 14 months. I'm like, sure. Now she has her pins. She has her products. She is on book signings. Yes, 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 yes. And again, it means a lot to see, just planting the seed and believing in people just for one time, two times on how we are absolutely moving forward. So do us a favor. Let me give you another round of applause because I'm proud of you, honey. Thank you so much for joining us. If you can, tell us a little bit about yourself and where can we find your book?
Awesome. Thank you, Desiree. Well, my name's Taisha Peak, and the title of my book is Through the Eyes of Destiny, and it is available on Amazon.com in ebook and also print. And you can actually get to the site either by entering my name, Taisha Peak, or you can get to the site by clicking bit.ly TTEOD Taisha, or you can just put my name because I'm the only Taisha Peak in the world, evidently.
That is like right on it. That's right on it. So oftentimes, like when we look at certain things and we think that we already have our destiny, or we think that, this is our purpose. I can't tell you how many times I hop from one purpose to another. Okay. I thought that I was ordained to do this. I thought I was supposed to go towards this direction. I thought because I'm gifted in this area or gifted in this. Tell us a little bit about Through the Eyes of Destiny.
Yes, and I chose my cover. I wanted a little girl looking at herself as an adult, because when we were kids, we have all these magical dreams. I think I was going to be a neurosurgeon. I said I was going to be Oprah. I was going to be all these different people. And we don't realize that when we turn into adults, things are not always going to go just as wonderfully and beautifully as we would like for them to go. So just realizing that we are here for a purpose, and we do have a destiny, because our future is God's past. So he already knows what it is that we have in store. but it's up to us to step in the right directions that have happened to us previously to hinder who we're going to be and who we're going to become and who we're supposed to be.
Wow, you're right. You said something profound just then. You said our future is God's past, and he already knows what's ahead of us. He has our lives planned out right in front of us. And, I'm like, Lord, but if you have our life planned out right in front of us, why do you give us one piece at a time? And you know what? It is so we won't get scared, so we can take things in one step at a time. And we also can learn to lean on him. So being that from a child that you said, hey, look, I wanted to go in this direction. I wanted to be Oprah. I wanted to be, all of the greats that we see as a child. My question to you is, made you want to write this particular book first? Like, what made you want to write this? Is it that, have you come across kids who tend to want to be something else? Or do you come across people who tend to act like something else? Or are we honestly in our destiny or in our purpose trying to be something we're not, or trying to operate in a purpose that we dreamt of, but that is not our purpose? Why did you decide to write this book?
And I wrote it because I wanted to get straight to the point. There's 5 questions that we can ask ourselves, and I'm not going to give all the questions away, but one of the most important questions is, who am I? What got me here? How did I get here? So really letting go of your past and not allowing the things that have happened previously to determine where you're going in the future. The past is just like a ladder. You're going to get each step and you're going to go till you actually get to where it is that you're supposed to be. So never mind that I was in this messed up relationship, or never mind that I was a pregnant teen, or never mind that I was addicted to drugs, and never mind all these things that once were. All the things that we experienced are a part of who we are, but it helps us to be able to help that next person that may be in that same position that we once were. And now we know how to get past that situation. So my question, the same thing like Tonya was saying, was, okay, it happened. Don't put yourself in this little box like, oh, everybody feels sorry for me. This happened to me. I'm gonna shed tears. Guess what? Shed tears for the little girl or that woman that doesn't have the outlet or doesn't have the power to move past what she's going through and be that helping hand.
So how does it, now that you have came from this point of your life, from the little girl, and now we're helping other young people to as well to walk in their destiny and to really see their full potential, what does becoming an author mean to you after everything that you've experienced in the past?
It means a lot to me because I actually met you when I was coming through a very rough patch in my life, and I was really depressed. I'd actually went to a mental health clinic and went through a lot of things. I was in the bed. I just didn't want to be a part of anything. It actually has me, I'm feeling myself. Beyonce and Nicki Minaj, I'm feeling myself. Not in a bad way, though, in a way that I can accomplish. Now I feel like I can accomplish anything. So I mean, I was homeless from 13 to 19, and never in my life would I have thought that I would have written a book and gonna write more. But the whole purpose, I'm gonna write these books, and I'm gonna continue to write because there's different chapters in my life. I'm gonna touch on homelessness. I'm gonna touch on self-worth. I'm gonna touch on holding yourselves accountable for the things that you do and not blaming others and moving past it. And my actual overall goal is I'm working on a nonprofit organization. It's called Traveling Blessings, and I'm not going to get too much into it, but it will be helping homeless people because, okay, you're homeless and you need something to eat. Pantries all over the world, that's not the problem. A lot of us need toiletries. We need drug addiction classes. We need different things. So I'll be touching on a lot of the bases, not only self-worth in our young girls, but also homelessness as well, because I've been homeless and going through processes and things now that I have to overcome, but I'm going to overcome them, and I'm going to teach other people how to do the same. I can't hear.
Okay, hold on. Let me find my hand claps. I need to use these hands in every live stream that I do. I appreciate that because you know what? I want to say thank you so much for not giving up. Let me do it again. Okay, so because this is the thing, to keep going is not an easy thing. And everybody wants to say, keep going, don't give up, you're going to win, and all this stuff, you got it. No, it's not hard. Oh, baby, just say a prayer and all this other stuff. But hey, look, I had to go through this stuff. This is where I started. I dream, I fantasize. That's what Shalandia said too as well. That's what Melinda said. I'm going to get you guys out of this fantasy thing first. I know we have to dream. It says dream big, but let's focus on reality. And then it wasn't like you had resources right there at your tip of your finger. You know, you were going through a really difficult time. And then to say, hey, look, that's when I met you. Hey, we were strangers. We haven't been knowing each other for years. We were literally strangers, okay? And the amazing part about that is I always tell everybody is strangers will definitely make you rich. Do not take saying hello to the person next to you lightly. Do not take that lightly at all, because your hello, your yes just might save somebody's life. You know, your yes, your no just might give that person that seed to move forward. If you guys are watching this for the first time and you're just now tuning in, we invite you guys to click that subscribe button below here on YouTube. And also we ask that you share this out with your friends and followers on all your social media platforms to get as many people to see this. We don't know what time, what need there might be in. Tomorrow is Monday, the beginning of the week. And we definitely want to help you guys start your week off right. Absolutely. Now, I also want to share with you guys, you're viewing the pre-launch, the AIB pre-launch party. It's virtual. This is the first time it's ever been done, but we are definitely doing this together. It's one thing having an online event by yourself. It's one thing to do this over here by yourself too as well, but to do it together, you can go further than you can ever do alone. Taisha, you coming to Atlanta, baby girl?
Oh, I'm an office in business, baby. I'm gonna be all up and through there, okay?
Hey. That's right. That's right. That's exactly how you say it. I'm so happy to hear that. Again, make sure you guys are going to Amazon.com to purchase your copy of Through the Eyes of Destiny. And so now I want to ask, okay, I know people, you know, there's some of your friends that might be on social media, some people that might be following you too as well. How long did it take you to really write your book? Like, be honest with everybody. How long did it take you to write this whole book, and what did you have to put into it?
Well, what I was doing, it got hard at first because I was trying to base my writing off of the title of the chapters. So what I ended up doing is either talking it out or just writing every day, just different parts of my life. And then I started strategizing where to put it and where it belonged, and then thinking of the chapters. So don't get so much into like a psychologist or trying to do all this. Act as though you're talking to your mother or your sister or a friend on the phone, and just try to get real and 100, because people want to hear real and 100. People want to hear experiences. We don't want to hear about what may have happened or what possibly happened. We want to hear what you went through, what you did to overcome it, and then what can I do so I can get the results that you got. And that was the point. So it didn't take me really, really long because I got straight to the point. So I would say maybe 2 months to strategize everything.
2 months, that's it. You know what? You said the key word, because everybody thinks it's this certain plan, okay? Everybody thinks it's certain writing plan, some certain formula. Mm-hmm. But you're right. When I read something, or when somebody sends me a message, or or if I see something on Facebook, I kind of like want to think that they're talking to me, you know, or even when I'm sitting in church, I'm like, oh, well, see, the pastor knew he was talking to me. You know, he wrote that sermon just for me, right? I needed that right then and there. And so when you're reading a book, it really does, you know, where the reader can really dive into it, not necessarily saying that, hey, I'm this character, but write your book as if it's a letter to that person. Mm-hmm. First, you have to get to a place of who is this book for? Is it for the 7 to 12-year-old? Is it for the 13 to 18-year-old? Is it for the 21 to 35-year-old? You know, who is this for? Is it for the girl that feels rejected? Is it for the boy that feels incompetent? You know, who is it for? You know, and then you write them it's like a long love letter, if you want to say that. It's like a long love letter, if you want to say that. And so you're absolutely right. So I'm really proud of you for sticking to it, because when you said, hey, look, I did that in 2 months, what you're really saying is that, hey, look, I was disciplined for 2 months to get this out because I value the lives of others more than I valued hanging out with my friends, doing what I want to do in order to live my purpose and to impact lives. So I want to say thank you, Taisha. Thank you so much. So I see, I'm sorry, Anna, do you have any words or any questions you may want to ask? I know we've been going back and forth. Thank you guys who are viewing this live. We're seeing your messages. Lisa Halls, we want to give out a shout out to Lisa Halls, to Makunda. We're going to give a shout out to you, and Deborah Jones and Melissa Ruth. These are our AIBs. They are coming in strong here. Good to see you, Miss Tony Mapson from Atlanta, Georgia. Thank you so much for joining us here this evening too as well. Keith Jowers, we want to say thank you to you as well. Absolutely. We are excited to see all of you guys coming in and supporting and celebrating with us during this first ever AIB pre-launch virtual book launch. Yes, yes, yes. Anna, do you have anything to say or anything to share or any questions to ask for Taisha?
Yes, I want to know, what do you have coming up, Miss Taisha? What are you doing?
Oh, that's a great question. Honestly, I was slipping. You caught me slipping on my pimping. So on October the 8th, my book is coming out. Stay on top of that. And then I'll be doing my first speaking engagement it's a youth conference, and it's called Dare to Dream Summit. And it'll be young girls and really know that they are important in education. So it will be in Snellville, Georgia on October the 8th. And it's from like 10 to 6, but the speaking portion of it is from 3 to 5. So I'll be on stage and ready to shake some things up and get these girls in order and in that order. Okay.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
So make sure you live stream it if you can. Make sure you live stream it if you can, because I know we have people from all over the world right now watching you, and I'm sure they want to come in and attend and to support you on October the 8th. Congratulations of your book release too as well. And we know you will do an awesome, phenomenal job. How can people contact you? How can they contact you to talk to more girls, or where can they reach you to invite you to their upcoming event?
Absolutely. Well, on Facebook, you can find me. I'm Intentionally Living Taisha. My website is bit.ly/author Taisha Peak. And there I have all my events and all my contact information on that particular page. And I would love to help you in any way that I can. I'm here.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, Desiree.
Make sure you guys are going to Amazon.com and purchasing your copy of Through the Eyes of Destiny through Taisha Peak. If you do not remember the title of her book, just type in Taisha Peak. She's the only one around the world thus far, until we start having more babies, of course, and naming our kids Taisha. peak, okay? You're on the highest mountain. Oh, I wasn't supposed to say that. That was my personality, I think, you know. Guys, say, look, I can't, I'm just a funny girl, I mean, hey, look, I got style, I'm like what Miss Shalandia said, I got style. This is my style. She said that everybody has a personality in their style. And so if you don't have your chart, I strongly suggest that you text Style Pro to 444999. Okay? Okay.
Better make it happen.
Yeah, okay. All right. I'm sorry. I know some things sound a little unconventional, but you know what? What you're seeing is that we know each other because we're AIBs and we are authors in business, and it's more than a business client relationship. It's more than a student teacher relationship. What AIB is a family. And so basically right now what you're witnessing is a big celebration. We celebrate each and every one of you guys where we are free to be ourselves, free to share with one another, free to serve each other unconditionally. And I'm just excited about that. I'm really proud to see how we're growing all together. We invite you. If you're an aspiring author, beginner, or pro, we have sessions available for you on our website at dleeinspires.com. Make sure you purchase any of their copies of their books at dleeinspires.com/AIB. You may already have a book, and maybe you just want to be a part of a group of authors who just love on each other, and we just want to help each other win with that type of support. Then make sure you guys go to dleeinspires.com and click on AIBX member to get inside of our secret society. Yeah, thank you so much, guys. So, Anna, any other questions you may have or any other comments before we bring on Miss Sabira, before we ring her doorbell?
Yes, I just want to make a comment. I just want to make a comment on AIB. When you said this is a family, just from personal experience, you guys, this is truly a family. I mean, I talk to many of these women and some of the guys on a regular basis because now we really support each other. And so I encourage, if you have a story or you have something that you are working towards in your purpose, write a book. You need a book. Like Desiree said, books are the new business cards. You once they hear that you have a book, they're like, oh, who is this? Who is this? It's over for the business cards. But definitely, if you have a story, you need to take this class. This is a life-changing class. I mean, literally, in a matter of 3 hours, I published, and it was life-changing at that moment. So, yes, that's all I wanted to say regarding that.
Well, thank you so much for sharing your thoughts with our lovely audience. Let's give them a round of applause. Congratulations to all the AIBs, everyone who has published your books in 24 hours or less. Your book release is coming soon. Your book release is coming soon. You guys all started this journey, and now it is almost over. This is crazy. Let's ring on Sabira's door, honey. The champ is here.
Hey! Hey! Oh, what's up? What's up? Oh, I'm so happy to be here. I tried to cue up my music to walk into, but that's okay. I'll have it when I come down to Atlanta in November. That's okay. That's all right.
That's right. That's right. That's right. you know what, to walk in with your theme music.
You
That
know,
is a,
we all need to have our own theme music. I am a believer in that.
absolutely. So talk to, let everybody else know why they should have their theme music, who you are, and why they should have their theme music.
Yeah, so I am Sensei Subira Folame, and I am, oh my gosh, so many wonderful things. And it took me a long time in my life to get to that point to say that, but I'm an author, a speaker, and the chief visionary officer, of Sensei Subira. And you know what I do basically is remind people that they are the hero that they've been looking for. Helping them create a sustainable life through personal development and also a sustainable business. And that all began with my book, believe it or not. So yeah, the name of my book is Roar, How to Transform Wounds to Wisdom and Create a New Life. Yeah.
That is a powerful book, Roar. Because you know what? They said, like when somebody's back is against the wall, or when you're tired of being tired and you're just there and you just want to just scream, like, oh my gosh, like from the belly of your stomach. So why did you choose Roar? Yeah,
so I chose Roar. It was there was a early one morning, actually it was the middle of the night, and I had the day before had chemotherapy. So I'm a breast cancer overcomer, and it was 2012, and the nights were the hardest for me. I didn't know half the time if I was gonna make it to the next day. I didn't sleep well. The chemo and all that just, wreaks havoc on you. So one night I was laying there and I just thought, I need something to tell myself that I'm still alive and that I'm going to make it and that I'm going to get up tomorrow morning. And I just had this image of a lion, and I literally roared to myself. It probably sounded like a meek little meow, but in my head, I heard myself roaring. And so every day I would get up and I would get on Facebook and I would I would just type, if nothing else, I would just type roar to remind the world that I'm still here. Even though I had no hair, even though I had lost, too much weight, even though I was literally, I looked like walking death because I was. The roar was to tell my spirit, you're still here. And you're going to get up tomorrow and you're going to do it again and you're going to be okay. So I named the book Roar.
Oh my gosh. I have chills all over me because, even in our experiences, and for you guys who are watching this right now, I strongly suggest that you go on to Amazon.com and purchase your copy of Roar, How to Transform Wounds to Wisdom and Create a New Life. Old things pass away, behold, everything becomes new. And oftentimes people do go through stuff and we feel like we're forgotten. I mean, I know from my experience, you go to prison or somewhere, you get money in your books for the first 3 months, and then people don't remember that you're there. The letters stop, the cards stop, and it's the calls don't get answered anymore. I know for some people in the hospital, it's flowers and cards, and then it's, hey, I'll pray for you. I know some other people might be, like Melinda was saying with the kidney and the dialysis, they take you to the hospital a few times and then somebody says, well, you're going to have to figure it out, and to feel like that with your family, but then to feel like that with the world, that, hey, look, I refuse to allow the world to forget that I am here.
Yeah.
And those words are so powerful. Am here. I am here.
Yeah.
And That is powerful, and I'm going to make you know that I'm here. What was one of the most difficult parts about your healing journey?
I would say watching myself transform, watching everything about my life. Literally, it was as if somebody, you see those movies where people you have a desk full of stuff, and then somebody gets angry and they come and they swipe everything and everything just goes off the desk. It was like that, like just literally watching my life completely fall apart. And to know when I got to that point where I knew I had the best thing I could do for myself was just let it fall apart. When I just let go and just said, you know what? It was as if somebody had taken a hand grenade and thrown it onto my chest. Not only did my chest blow up because I had a double mastectomy, I did 6.5 months of chemotherapy, 33 days in a row of radiation. I mean, it was literally like a battle. And I just said, you know what? All I can do is watch the shrapnel, watch everything above me, and let it fall where it's going to fall. And once it falls, then begin to put it back together. But at first I was trying to grab for all the pieces, and because you want the life you had. But once I realized it is never going to be the same. I am a different woman today. That was the most difficult moment because I didn't know who I was.
Wow, that's powerful. I'm like, don't stop talking. Like,
well,
so right, because like letting stuff fall is so. I think that's the most difficult part of, like you said, transformation. It's like, oh my gosh, especially when you worked hard, went to college, worked hard to get that house. Went through all the loops and everything, and now you got the house, and now you lost it. It's like, no, I gotta fight for it, And then it's like that car, that job, and so forth and so forth. You're like, no way. Wow. Yeah. So somebody right now might be saying, hey, I'm watching everything fall apart. What tips do you have for them to help them get through the difficult times, or to help them get through their transformation?
So the first thing was I gave myself a new paradigm. And that was, for me, this was a really bold move, especially as an African-American woman, to say, I am the hero that I'm looking for. I'm not looking for anybody to come to put on a cape. I'm not looking for any man to come. Nobody. At 3 o'clock in the morning, when you are losing it, you are vomiting, you are all of this stuff, and you are by yourself. You realize and you get to morning, you know that it's you know that it's God, but I know that at the end of the day, that I'm strong. And I didn't know that until I went through chemotherapy and all that stuff. I didn't know that until I lived through cancer. So, one tip is see yourself as the hero that you are, because it takes a lot just to be born. Like, of all the sperm cells that tried to make it, you made it. So you are a hero, and you're here for a reason. You're here for a purpose. So find your own cape, put it on yourself, and figure out what your purpose is. And the way you figure it out is to simply watch what's unfolding in your life. Your life is going to reflect to you, give you feedback about what you're here for. I stopped saying, why me, God? And instead I was like, well, why not me? Why not me? Right? So that's another thing. Then the 4 areas that I focus on in my book: spirituality, whatever your faith is, there's something that you are a part of. that is bigger than you, that you are a part of. It is bigger than you. So get clear about that, because that's going to drive you to your purpose. It's going to pull you forward rather than you pushing forward. And it's going to take a lot less energy. That's number one. Number two.
Hold on, Sabira. Hold on, Sabira. Say that again.
Yeah.
It's going to pull you forward rather you pushing you forward. So see, this is the thing. Oftentimes, a lot of times people feel like, you have to work hard or something outside of yourself, and not really realizing that the power, we had the answer the whole entire time. We were tripping,
That's right.
That's right. And like, you don't have to push towards your goal. You don't have to push towards that and to get out of that situation. Just allow God to be God. Allow him to be who he is. He doesn't need our help. Allow him to pull you forward gradually. Oh, no, I see the hands going. Hold on.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
If you guys are watching this right now, you are listening to the recently published author, Sabira Folami. Her book is on Amazon.com right now. The title of it's Roar, how to transform your wounds to wisdom and create a new life. We invite you guys to go there and to purchase your copy today. She is just basically sharing right now with you guys on some tips on how to handle the transformation, how to handle what may seem difficult of the transformation in the few steps that she takes to embrace that in order to create a new life. And we encourage you guys to go on to Amazon.com so you can get more insight, to where more in depth of where you definitely where you can gain more insight on how to heal those wounds and also transform it to create a new life. Sabria, continue. I mean, that was powerful. Allow God to pull you instead of pushing towards it.
Yes. Then the second area in my book is about wealth. So I had a successful business prior to, I call it my visitation with cancer. I say that I sat at the feet of cancer and I allowed it to teach me a lot of things. And one of the things was pay yourself first and do it in real money. Like Melinda said, it devastated me financially. It took me, I was 41 when I was given the diagnosis, and it literally took me back to as if I was 18 in every area of my life, but specifically finances. So what I tell people in my book is that if you are not paying yourself, and to just save dollars is not enough. I'm gonna give y'all a tip. You need to be saving. You need to figure your way, and if you don't know, contact me. Find your way to save in gold, because that's money. That's God's money. The rest of it is fiat, and you can't ever make enough of that to truly get yourself ahead and safe. That's an illusion. So pay yourself first. Develop that habit today before you need it, and take some of that money and convert it into either silver and or gold. That's number two. That saved my house. I lost everything except my car and my house. I lost a relationship. I lost my health, everything. But I had the habit of saving in real money. And when my house went up in foreclosure twice, it was actually in foreclosure for the whole 2 years that I was in the roughest part. But because I had converted fiat money into actual silver and gold, I had something of value to take down to the bank and, save my house. So I'm still sitting in the house that otherwise there would have been no way there was not enough cash for me to come up with that quick. But you take some gold down, you take some silver down, you're gonna be all right. So that's number two. Number three is wellness. Take care of your health today. Take care of your health today. And I call that extreme self-care. Whatever that looks like to you, I work for 90 days and then I take 10 days off. And when I don't, I get sick, as you know, because you called me and we talked. I work for 90 days, and then I give myself a 10-day break. Design your life. Figure out what you need to do to, as you always tell us, Desiree, to command your day. Design your life. That's what works for me, and that's extreme self-care for me. And then your relationships. I was very, very blessed, and I had a storehouse of very good relationships, business and, friendships before I got the cancer visitation. And so what happened for me, because I had very good relationships, I looked out my window one day and one of my business associates had sent her lawn guy over to mow my lawn because I couldn't do it. People were coming in my house, washing my dishes. Somebody sat with me at every chemotherapy session. Somebody gave me a ride. Somebody brought food over. I mean, everything was provided because I developed a storehouse of relationships in advance. And when it came time to withdraw and say, hey, I need y'all, they were like, what do you need, Sabir? We're there. So
Wow.
that, and the last one is, I see everybody, really, everybody is on. I don't know if people are familiar with Joseph Campbell. He's a writer that I love. He wrote The Hero's Journey. And my book is kind of predicated on that framework, that this particular piece of my life was a hero's journey, that I was the hero and I had to go through these particular stops on the journey to learn things. And when you're going through something difficult, if you can develop that or adopt that frame of mind for that time to get you through, you begin to see what you're going through very, very differently. It doesn't become, it becomes less of a woe is me and I can't get through, more of it became an adventure for me, and a difficult adventure, but every hero. But those are that's the mindset piece that I adopted.
Right.
So yes.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm just like, I forgot people were on here. It's like, wait, yeah, it's so much wisdom, and I appreciate you sharing this. And it's truly going from wounds to wisdom. And I'm just right here like, yeah, Sabira, it is. Dang, you're right. You're so right. Storehouse of relationships, and people don't, see that or see the value in it. And when you are a business, self-employed, when you're sick, the business, there's nobody else there to help you. But God, what I'm seeing is how even in the most traumatic experience somebody might be going through in their life, on how God orchestrated. It was like a musical. It was like everybody had their oar of the ship, like everybody had their job to make the food, to teach people how to row, to every single thing. It's just like, I'm so mesmerized by it, because it's like, wow, God is not a respecter person. It is everything. It is everyone. And when we understand, we all said the same thing. When we believe, when we had enough courage to say, okay, Lord, take control, when we were brave enough to say, I don't know what to do. That's kind of hard for somebody to just come out there and say that. What do you think, Anna? Is that difficult for somebody to say?
I agree with that. And oh my gosh, like you said, Desiree, Sabira had me over here on stuck, like crazy. Okay, I was just like, mouth dropped.
I know.
Okay. I was like, Oh my gosh. And like you said many times before, you do not look like what you have been through. And that story is definitely touching someone right now. I mean, because I've even experienced, living with my parents, before when I was younger, the struggles of losing a house. And I personally don't know the full effects because, yes, they shield me from certain things. But, for you to have gone through it, I mean, man, oh my goodness. And every single day, like, oh.
Right.
I work in a doctor's office, and I had a patient just recently who had finished her last little session of chemo, which is, I'm so thankful for her as well. But to see how I've been with her for about 3 years now, and to see the things that she was going through and the pain that she was in, I have never experienced it, so I can't even speak on it. But just to see it is just wow. And for you guys to just push and continue to keep going and pushing through those hard moments are just a testimony in itself.
Thank you.
You know what? I'm happy. A lot of times people tell you what to do, but they don't tell you how to do it. And I know in your book, you are teaching people how to do it. So I can't wait to read my copy of your book, Roar, because it's that middle piece. It says get to A to B, but what's that transitional piece in the middle? And, we can read all the books in the world. We can listen to all of the, tapes in the world and all this other kind of stuff. But I think the most frustrating part for people who might be going through a difficult time in their life is they don't know the how. We only repeat certain cycles because we don't know how to change or get off of that wheel of cycles. So, Sabira, can you tell somebody how can they contact you if they want more information? Like say somebody needs to maybe get checked in on from time to time. I think you should. I think you should have a online relationship storehouse. You know what I mean? Because Lisa, called. She's like, I'm just checking on you, girl. I haven't heard from you. Is everything okay? Just to have a person that's designated to check on somebody. How some churches, they got prayer line, like they tell the church who to pray for. Mm-hmm. Like, I really see that. That is amazing on how God orchestrated people in your life, Sabira.
I was amazed. I mean, Desiree, I would have people flew literally. I had people change vacation schedules to come and take me to Costco and fill my house with whatever I needed. Literally. Wow. I had people fly from California. I'm in Maryland. From California, from all over the country to come and sit with me. Now, I'm aware that a lot of it was because we didn't know if I was going to make it. I was stage 3. And they told me that, and I didn't listen to the prognosis, but this is what they told me. You have a 50% chance of being here in December 2017. I don't know about you, but I look pretty good. I feel really good. Right. So most definitely every day there are people that contact me that they know someone that's going through cancer. And I want people to know this book is not about cancer. I mean, that's the hero's journey I went through. But your cancer could be divorce. It could be loss of a home. It could be going to prison. It could be, everybody's hero's journey is something. Everybody's cancer looks like something different, but we all, are going through something. So every day at noon, Eastern Standard Time, I broadcast live on Facebook Live. It's called the Midday Pick Me Up. So you can just come to my Facebook page, which is Sabira Folame. You can also visit me at Sensei Sabira, which is my business page, throughout all social media, Amazon, Periscope, YouTube, Facebook, everywhere. It's Sensei Subira. The reason is because I'm a 2nd degree black belt in martial artist. So that's where the sensei comes. People are like, why are you calling yourself sensei? Sensei means teacher. I've been doing martial arts for a long time, a little over 20 some years. So I do midday pick me up every day at noon Eastern Standard Time. And I have a pre-launch team that is built. And if you'd like to participate in helping me get the word out, the team right now is about 52 people strong. And I'd love to have anyone else that'd like to join me to get the word out about this book. And you can do that by going to prelaunch.senseisubira.com. Again, that's prelaunch.senseisubira.com. And then again, the easiest way to catch me, I'm always on Facebook. Always on Facebook.
Well, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I have to keep my hands together.
One other thing real quick, Desiree, I forgot. Now, I'm going to be in Atlanta. I'm coming in early, so my book is actually going to drop on the November 1st. November 2nd, I'm doing a intimate evening with Sensei Subira at a friend's house in Atlanta. So if you'd like to meet with me in an intimate setting, there's only going to be room for about 15 people, but it's free. We're going to have some light hors d'oeuvres, and we're going to just dig a little deeper into the book, and I'm going to share a little bit more intimately about what I lived through and how I can be of support to you. That's going to be November 1st. So just send me a personal message, just send me a personal message on Facebook. And depending how many seats we have left, I'll make sure. And if you're an AIB, I'm going to make sure you get in. Okay. And yes, my AIB family for sure. And into thank you. And into 2017, part of my healing has been about retreating, Desiree and Anna. It's been about retreating. So I am developing a retreat-driven business. So I'm going to take small groups of people, 10 to 12 people, away on retreat 4 times a year. We're going to go through this book, go through the workbook that accompanies it. And I'm going to be supporting people, again, like I said, in creating sustainable income through marketing funnels and other things like that. So anyway, just get in touch with me. I am here to serve and happy to be here, just happy to be on the planet and be amongst everybody. So, yeah.
Thank you so much, Subira. I love that. I'm like, okay, hold on, my hands. There it goes.
Yes, thank you.
So, again, if you want to invite Subira to your city or your town to speak to your group, please make sure, again, you guys contact her as well if you want to be a part of her pre-launch team as well to help get the word out there, to help people with their transformations in their lives. We invite you to get in touch with her to do that too also as well. And I am so happy you just were speaking like an author in business, honey. You were like, look, D-Lee, it's up. But I got about 3 events set up before, and I got 2 after the event, okay?
and I got to make Taisha some alkaline pancakes.
Right. I love it. Thank you so much again for allowing us to serve you. If you're watching this for the first time and maybe you're just popping on, maybe you're seeing this through your YouTube feed or your social media, maybe even tagged, you're it. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. We are here at the first ever pre-order virtual book launch with our AIBs, those who came through the Publish Now sessions and published their ebooks in 24 hours or less. And we just want to say thank you so much for tuning in, hearing our stories. Their books are right now, they're out for pre-release. We encourage you guys to go to Amazon.com to get your copies today. A list of their books will be made available, or you can see them on our website directly at dleeinspires.com/. AIB. We have none other than my birthday twin, okay? Ding dong. Miss Anna Lewis. Right. Hey, what is going on, Anna? Are you enjoying yourself?
Enjoying myself. Oh my gosh, all this talk about Atlanta. I can't wait. Oh my goodness. All these books that are going to be coming out. I can't wait to get those as well. These phenomenal stories and just the phenomenal work that everyone is doing. Oh my gosh, I am just so ecstatic.
You know what, Anna? It's like it could have been no other way or a better way to do this. We went from, we went through something. Now what do we do? From style to working on the inside of us to now getting our plan together with our business plan to realizing that, our future, our right now is God's past, and to be okay with him directing us. Then we went to that to, hey, the whole transformation. I feel like I've been in a cocoon, and now Anna, I want you to bring us to the butterfly, honey. Like, okay, like I feel like I just want to spread my wings. You know what they say about a butterfly, Anna? Let me tell you the short story about a butterfly. Do you know about the story about the butterfly?
Tell me.
Okay, so of course the caterpillar in its cocoon, it's a caterpillar, and then it goes through this whole process of bonding itself up and weaving itself up, and it has to stay here, and it's going through metamorphosis inside of the cocoon until it's time for it to break free. But they say this about a butterfly in the cocoon. Now we can look at the cocoon and see that it's no longer a caterpillar, and now it's a beautiful butterfly that is stuck. How many of you guys feel that you're this butterfly that is stuck in your potential? I think, Shalandia said it to where we know we're great. We know we have this big purpose in us. We know we're better than what we see ourselves now. What we obtain right now, we know we can reach the world, and we know we are our own superhero. But we're in this cocoon, and it feels like either we're stuck or bound, and it's like regardless of what we try to do, we cannot break free. Somebody might come along and they say, whatever you do, do not cut the cocoon. If somebody goes along the street or the sidewalk or the tree and you cut the cocoon, the butterfly will fall to the ground and it will never be able to use its wings. You see, the cocoon is so tight, and for the butterfly to break out, it has to strengthen its wings. When you're going through something, you got to keep pushing out and stretching out your wings and stretching out your wings. So when you finally break free, you'll be able to just fly and soar. But we want people to cut us out, and if they do, we will fall. In these books that you guys are hearing tonight is this, you're being the caterpillar inside of this cocoon. And these books that you're hearing from the AIB authors, they're going to help you strengthen your wings so that you too will be able to soar. Bring no other than Anna Lewis, who is the author of Stand Up Teen Mom. Now it's time for you to stand up. Welcome, Anna. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. Anna, tell us a little bit. Oh, my pleasure. Tell us a little bit about your book. We do know you're the author of Stand Up Teen Mom. Tell us a little bit about your book and what even made you write this book.
Well, let's start with how I came about with wanting to write this book. So, of course, I am a teen mom, and my son is actually 4 now. I got pregnant at the age of 14, and I had my son at the age of 15. And wasn't anything that I recommend any young person to go through at all. But what made me want to write this book was I saw that my situation was different from a lot of other teen moms. I definitely went to a school with a lot of teen moms there, so being able to speak with them and seeing the differences. And one thing that I noticed that we did have in common was the emotional struggle of being a teen mom. We may not have, I may have had my parents, they may have not. And I've learned that regardless of your circumstance and your situation, we all can relate in one way or another. And we all have something that we can share to help someone else. So I actually found out about this class through someone, through my parents, actually. And they were raving about Desiree, raving and raving and raving about her. And I was like, okay, yeah, all right. But it made, when I listened to one of your scopes and I evaluated myself and I said, what is it that I really want to do in life? Make it benefit that. And so I took me about 2 days and I said, I want to help in an area that I've already experienced. And so I said, okay, I've already been helping a few here and there, so why not go ahead and go full force into this? And so that's when we came up with the name, The Stand Up Teen Mom, A Guide to Becoming a Success. And this book, I say, is a no excuse book. It might come off a little harsh, but sometimes we need a firm hand. And one thing that I definitely say, no excuses, time to execute. Regardless of your situation, regardless of your circumstance, hey, we're going to turn negatives into positive, make lemons into lemonade, and we're going to get this done. Whatever is around you, who's your support, because I tell myself I am my biggest supporter no matter how many other people are out there supporting me. If I don't support myself and I don't believe in myself, it's not going to follow through. So I'm helping, this book is to help to encourage and equip them with the tools, not only to gain confidence, but to change that mindset, that old mindset of doing the same old things over and over again. Let's walk into a new one, a new mind, a new environment, a new circumstance, a new situation, whatever it is. Let's make the best out of it. Definitely what my book is about. We're getting straight to the point, getting to the nitty-gritty of it all.
And you know what, Anna, I think that's good. I think that's really good to, get straight to the point especially for teenagers, young people, and for parents too as well. Now that teenagers are parents and we get to this point to where I don't want you to tell me what to do. I know it already. I'm messed up. I know that. So to have that strong affirmation and a strong, hey, look, that is sad. But you know what? What do we have right in front of us to move forward? And, you said something profound. You said so much that some points that a lot of people, and even for you guys who are watching this right now, might be experiencing too as well, that you said this keyword. I asked myself, what do I want? How many of you guys are going through life and you don't even know what you want? And once you figure out what you want, what I see, Anna, when you said, hey, look, it took me about 2 days to really decide and make up my mind on which part I want. But when I said this is what I want, did you see how all of a sudden everything came to you? Your parents said, hey, you're going to this class. Next thing you know, here's the name of your book. Here's the name of your business. The next thing you know, above all of that, now you're on tour. You have another event. And then on top of that, Anna, and you're only, how old are you?
I am 19 years old.
Shut up. Are you serious? serious, Anna? I swear, girl. You know, a lot of people in our lives, but this is what I really love. Because, Anna, what you embody is the word possible. Sometimes, not even being a stand-up teen mom, but there's some kids out there, their parents gave up on them and they dropped out of high school. Or now they're getting their GED and they don't feel like it's enough, or something traumatic experience came in their life, and you're 19 years old and you mean to tell me you have a published book, you have became bestseller, Amazon bestseller at 19, and then on top of that, within 19 years old, okay, so now you have a book tour, and then you're doing your own event, Anna? Yes, oh my gosh. I was wondering why you was like, Miss Desiree. And I'm like, why Miss Desiree? Why should you call me Miss Desiree? Like, no, I was like, no, right?
But I just want to touch on what you just said as well, not only for teen moms, but for teens. And yes, that is something that is coming very soon. Within the next couple of months, I will be having something out, not only for tweens, teens, adults, and adults over 50. So we're coming out with something for everyone. But recently, I just went and spoke with the Carson Sheriff's Department, their teen group, and I knew at that moment, speaking to them and the feedback that I got, I had a passion not only to speak to teen moms, but because I am still a teen. And that's one thing I don't want teen moms to forget. Like, hey, you still are a teen. Don't forget that. You are not grown. Because some people think that, hey, you have a baby, you get pregnant and you're automatically grown. No.
Right. I
had to definitely learn that the hard way. That is definitely in my book, where I thought I was grown. And I had a rude awakening to let me know, hey, you're still a kid. Calm down. So I definitely touched, that's why I said it gets to the nitty gritty of certain things, and we're trying to break those mindsets that, of this new millennium, so, but yes, I do definitely go and speak to teens as well, teens about going forward with your dreams and taking them in your hands. I feel like, hey, I had a baby and I was in school and I had to work time and I was on the bus. Okay. So if I can do it, you don't have a kid, you can get to school. Time. So I definitely talk to teens about, hey, getting it together. Stop making those excuses. It's time to execute this. Get it done.
Well, you know what?
It's work before we...
I don't know if anybody is watching this who might be inside of the school system and or any organization or community enrichment program or company, but we always talk about how can we impact the lives of others, or we always talk about different things with our young people. You're witnessing a young African American Black girl in Compton, California, that is using what she has not just to elevate herself, her child, and her family, but to elevate other young people. What you are listening to is peer-to-peer empowerment. It's one thing I remember when I started speaking, they put me everywhere because they said, Desiree, you're so young. They'll listen to you, Desiree, but people, my mentors are 50 plus years old, 55 plus years old, and they always put me on the front because of the younger person listening to their peer other than some adult. Though we have the same motives, the same interests to give as much as we can to our children in order to have a better life for each other. So you guys are witnessing the first ever pre-order virtual book launch. And we encourage you guys to go to Amazon.com right now and order your copy of The Stand-Up Teen Mom. I was going to wait until she introduced it, but she also has, at 19 years old, has a second book, Stand-Up Teen Mom, Spanish edition. Okay, so this story, these tips inside of the book, don't just break the mindset of one specific culture, one specific age, but it breaks the boundaries in every background, ethnicity, religion, and race inside of this book. So if you don't need this book for yourself, I strongly encourage that you get this book for another teenager that may be in need. I remember, my mom said when I was a teenager, she said, I've been trying to tell you to get right all this time, but when sister so-and-so tells you, or when brother so-and-so tells you, now you want to listen to them. So let Anna be that voice of now you want to listen to her. Regardless of where they get it from, you much rather them get it from someone with good intentions who have their best interest in mind. And Anna, if you had to go through all of that just to help other young people and adults alike, you know what, Anna, I say it was really worth it. And I am extremely proud of you. I'm extremely proud of you because, honey, you got a head start. There's some people that are in their 35 years old and they're just now starting. They're just now figuring it out. And for you to be 19 years old, you know what? I want to say thank you to your parents because as parents, Anna, we see the gifts in our children. We may not understand those gifts just yet or what God, charges us to be mindful of those gifts, but we see our children's potential in their gifts. So your parents couldn't give you $100 million loan, or they couldn't say, okay, we're going to give you 2 stores to help you get on your feet, or now you're the entrepreneur and this, and the other. But your parents say, I don't know how to do it all. I don't know how to do it, baby girl. But you know what, Anna? We believe in you. And even in the midst of what happened in the past, or mistakes, or how many times they told you not to, or this, that, and the other, they said, you know what? We have not given up. We have not given up, and we're with you every step of the way. And that's who you are for those young people, Anna. You're with them every step of the way, Anna. I'm so proud of you.
And definitely I am. I tell them to say, I'm an open book. Call me up. If you got a problem and you need something to talk about right away, call me. I don't care. Text me something. Get into contact with me. And we're gonna walk through it together. We're gonna talk it out. You can cry it out and I'll talk it out, or you can talk and I'll probably cry, we'll do it all, So definitely, you can definitely reach me on Facebook, on Twitter, and now on Instagram. I am back on Instagram.
Right.
So, definitely, I'm all across the board. Oh, and definitely Periscope. I'm starting to love it. So, yes. And all of them are author Anna L.
We're just smiling at each other for a quick second here. That's all. That was just a break. That was just a break, where we just took a second to just smile for a second there. Thank you so much, Anna. Again, you can definitely contact Anna. Go to Anna, the author Anna. Is it the author Anna Lewis?
It's author it's just author Anna L.
Okay, so author Anna, which is ANNAH. I know. I'm sorry. I'm laughing at myself because I could see myself on here the way I really pronunciate the H. Like AAAAH. I'm sorry. I can just only imagine what the person on the other side is like. Dang, she really said H, right? And so. Like, dang, okay, like she really want to make sure, let me go check this website out now because she really want us to go look at this website right now. Right? Go to AnnaL.com, right?
Well, my social media handles are Anna, ANNAHL. My website is bit.ly/Anna the author.
Okay, Anna the author, bit.ly/Anna the author. Thank you so much, Anna, for sharing your love, your insight on your book. Congratulations to you, baby girl. Let them know what upcoming events you may have.
Well, on October 29th, here in Los Angeles, California, and also on Periscope Live and Facebook Live, we will be definitely having an event. If you are physically in Los Angeles, come out to 900 East Rosecrans Avenue, and it is a free event from 1 to 4, and we will be having vendors. We will be having speakers there. There will also be a few of our AIB speakers there. They'll be out there signing books and speaking about their books as well. And we're just going to have a really good time. You can bring your kids. So, I know for me, it's hard to go places on Saturdays if you can't bring your kids. So, so you can definitely do that. And also, you will catch me in Atlanta on November the 5th, okay, at Lenox Square, okay, in the Microsoft store. I will be present, okay.
That's right. Congratulations, Anna. Well, you heard it from her first. You heard it from Tanya, Melinda, Shalandia, Taisha. Thank you, ladies, all for coming in today and sharing your insight, your witty ideas, your creative inventions on how to impact the world and change the lives of others. Again, guys, you guys are witnessing the first ever AIB pre-order book launch event here on live stream on YouTube. If you have any other questions, maybe you catch a piece of this, maybe you're watching this on Facebook Live, maybe you're watching this on other platforms too as well. We want to say thank you so much. Get in contact with us. If you want to become an AIB member, again, go to dleeinspires.com. Just put it in the comment box or in the contact us session. We would love to help you along the way too as well. And please join us if you're ever in the city on November the 5th at the AIBX Microsoft book signing. AIB stands for Authors Business, baby. Thank you guys again for coming in. I appreciate you so much. And we just invite you guys to purchase a copy of the books today. Do not forget to leave the Amazon book review if there was a part inside of their story, their journey, their experience, their insight that has changed your life. Good night, everyone.